Hey there, tankers. A sick Seattle Forge here with a chest cold and I'm whiny. But something cool happened, worth making a video about. Not that the games were amazing, but I did get the third mark. My first third mark on a tank, the T-50, the Tier 5 Soviet light tank. And this is one of the games where I got, decent result enough to, keep moving forward towards getting that 95%. Why do I like this tank? Well, it's nimble. It's quick-ish. The turret spins like a cyclone. The gun fires every 1.8 seconds. And if you put skill ammo in it, it penetrates. I've also got a decent crew in this thing. My Christmas women from like 2 years ago, I think it is, went in there, and they've got 4 skills. Certainly helps. I notice all the streamers who do third marking all have like, 5, 6, 7, 8 skill crews. Alright, and we're on Province, one of the most detestable maps ever to be made and then reintroduced in the game. I'm playing with Montana Grizzly, who's in the bathtub on the other side. I've gone into the enemy base side, or enemy spawn side. And I've got 3 zeros right now, and I've been shot by the Swedish medium. And, you can see the shots coming in. The T-34 thought, hey, I like getting shot. I will go there as well. But he's getting lucky so far. Nobody's hitting him. They haven't spotted him, but they're not even aiming where I was before. We have similar profiles. I tried to get the track. Didn't bite. Didn't bite. And as I mentioned it, Grizz already has a kill. He got the A-20 making his approach. Now, our 2 Lukes went up across the field and went up towards their actual spawn. That was a terrible shot by me. And they were wiped out. Summarily executed. So we lost 2 light tanks who are good at close quarters combat quite stupidly. No track again. But I did get a damaging shot, which is nice, on one of the tougher Tier 6 mediums in the game. Certainly tougher than the Tier 6 Soviet Tech Tree medium. So it took me 172 games to get my 3 marks. I mean, and I'm a scrub, so, if it takes longer than that, I don't know. I, kind of talked about the accuracy of that gun. That was not symptomatic, but maybe I yanked it there. But anyway, we're going to finish off this Italian tank. I get it in the tracks, which is certainly going to help towards my marks. Except I'm not getting the assistance for whatever reason. And this gun, with its skill ammo, can easily go through the mantlet hole in the Churchill 3's turret. And then I can take the side of his turret for a few as well. But he backs up around that building, so I have nothing left to shoot at. And take a look at the team list here. So they're losing 3 to 5, and notice that the IKEA on their team is the most skilled player. That's called foreshadowing. Alright, I'd like to actually push in, but, I'm not going to run past the T-34-85M. That would be suicidal. And of course I'm going to get the T-30... No. No, I do not. Churchill sneaks back, but he did take out my friend. Oh, the IKEA took out my friend, the T-34. He knew where to shoot in that bush. So now I'm going to go sit there. And we can put this Churchill away. Ta-da! David Copperfield, ladies and gentlemen. Alright. We've tied it up. We've tied it up. But I like their tank mix a little better. So this M4 and T-34-85 on our team, they've been bravely hiding behind that building the entire time. Now I've got the flat front shooting down on the T-34-85M, and I can penetrate with my amazing ammo. But the T-34-85 takes the kill. Fine. Aha! Their best player. I must finish him. 1, 2, 3. No, he leaves him 15 health, and he sneaks back behind cover. I don't have a shot on him. So, their best player is down to 15 hit points. Surely M4 with a derp gun or a T-34-85M, or even I, can take down an unarmored, bloaty balloon of a tank with a 90mm gun. Now, not to be too critical, I think it's time to move, and I hope the M4 and the T-30-45 will join me. And two of the TDs on our team also decide it's time to move, but they go down the mountain road, down into the valley, to sneak around the Lukes and the Cromwell, and I guess they're hoping that nobody's on the other side near the enemy spawn that might shoot them. We'll see how that goes. And somebody wiped out Grizz, I'm not sure who. I missed it. Oh, and we found the Chinu. We found the Chinu, and luckily, it's a terrible tank. And I actually did break some modules. I believe I broke his turret. Something else. And the IKEA shoots me from the bushes, and he's unspotted. He's double bushed. But I'm going to be able to take this Chinu down in only 72 shots. And that's when the IKEA puts me out of my misery. Now, I'm crying here. And we had every chance of winning, and I even tell these boys, the M4 and the T-34-85, I'm like, push together. If you push in together at the same time, he can only shoot one of you, and you can take him down. He only has 15 hit points. Please push in together. They didn't do that. We lose. So the first game, although not a win, was a really good result in regards to getting the marks, and win 8 actually, especially. But this game really is more emblematic of why I like to play it. It's not quite as good a result. It's a decent result. But if you wonder why I love the T50, this will give you an idea why. So Westfield, good map for this tank. And I'm playing with Golf Dude 3, aka Walt, and he's in the T67. A much better tank to platoon with this one for helping with the assistance. You know, the gun fires quite frequently. It takes out tracks, all that kind of crazy. It's a good tank for platoons. All right. And here we are pushing aggressively, and I'm spotted. So I must have been spotted just as I made a break for this hill. So I pull back for a minute here, and my concealment's quite good, so somebody else over there has a tank. They know what they're doing. Alright, so we have a couple layers of guns coming up here, which is nice. Alright, I'll take a shallow side here. You know, for a Soviet tank, especially low tier, the gun depression is not terrible. Take a little pot shot, get one into the Chinu. Death by 1,000 cuts, boys. And Walt already has a kill on their SU-100Y. Nicely done, buddy. But hopefully, soon, we'll get to see a little bit of the mobility and agility of this little bugger. Alright, pushing up somewhat aggressively. You can see the T-34. I will not shoot him. I will not shoot him. We can see his friend the Chaffee and the Chinu. And the M4 is going to get murdered if someone doesn't do something. And the Chaffee's out on the bridge, and if I whiff a shot, we're going to DPM this guy down. I broke something inside of him. I don't know what. And we're just going to chase them down like dogs. The M4 would not be alive if there was somebody on the opposite ridge. Oh, and we find their M44. That's nice. And kill him. It's nice. Alright, the M4 gets up over the top unmolested and is able to shoot down. Doesn't hit. And he's killed. Now we've got a stunned T-34. Chinu can hardly turn. The ELC. What gun has he got? Yeah, he's got... No, that's a 90. That's a 90. So I don't have to worry about him turning around and circle strafing me. And I can just run him down like a dog. Didn't collide with the Chaffee. Smooth. Smooth. Now we can get back up and over. And it's Chaffee on Chaffee violence, and I can steal the kill. Alright, up to 3 kills. I can get up this hill pretty easily. Back up this hill pretty easily. And there's an IS-2 that's about to get pantsed. So I opt for more damage. It'd be nice if I hit him. My marksmanship is not amazing. Alright, died. Okay, there's only 3 buggers left. It's actual battle for damage. Our team has swept across the map, pushing uniformly, except for the Panzer IV-H, who doesn't realize the game is almost over. Wolverine was spotted and killed before I could even get into render range. And I don't get spots in the M41. Somebody else did. Don't fail me, gun. Don't fail me, gun. Okay, it's my marksmanship, not the gun. Don't blame the gun. It's a good gun. We sneak another kill. And this is scary. This could end poorly. This isn't what I dreamed of. But he was either reloading or just my turning laterally in front of him let me get away with that. So it's a pretty good result. I was pretty happy with that. And you know what? The game I got the 3 mark in, it sucked. Yeah, the game where I actually got the 3 mark, it was on mines. I got a bit of spotting, like 1100 spotting and 182 actual damage. God. Yeah, so it wasn't worth showing. I sat in a bush. But I got a 3 mark, so that's cool, right?